You went on a rally.
Yeah, that was fun.
Tell me about it.
It was good times, man. It was really
Would you
cool.
recommend anybody to go on a rally? Because and the reason why I want to touch on it is you told me a very interesting thing, that there was a couple there that didn't have this absorbent amount of money.
Yeah.
But they just rented a car.
Yeah. They rented a car. And by the way,
so anybody can do this, is what I'm trying to say. Anybody can do this.
Yeah, no, and I was blown away because what they kind of were doing, which by the way, they just got married, I think last year or so.
That's one hell of a way to spend a honeymoon, if that was a honeymoon.
Yeah, man, and they've done a few rallies in between that time and now. And when I met them, they were like, yeah, we're trying to do this thing like a power couple and just do random cool fun things, right? And it was interesting though. We were wrapping some of the cars that weren't wrapped for the rally.
And this was with Paul,
This was with Paul, yeah.
Right, okay.
And we were kind of like helping them out. Paul was doing a lot of the work, and I was, from what I knew, I helped out, right, with some of the wrapping.
From what I knew, I could have been making mistakes, but
so this
they were telling me I was helping.
This couple, it's their names is Faith and Clayton. They live in, I think, Colorado. And they actually opened up their own wrap shop.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. And now she has, I think, a Ferrari, like a purple wrapped Ferrari. I don't even know what it is. But they're really good friends with the YouTuber Stradaman, the guy with the Bugatti.
Don't know him.
No? What?
No.
That's weird. Anyways, he's pretty big. He's a pretty big YouTuber. Yeah, so they're really good friends with him, and yeah, they're doing their own thing. But anyways, it was really fun. It was a really good time. So what we did was
what is a rally for those who don't know?
Yeah.
Just
so essentially a rally is it's just a bunch of cars get together, and typically they're really higher end cars. Not really high end, but higher end, right?
But there was a Ford Focus RS there?
There was, I think. There was a Golf GTI.
Yeah, so it doesn't have to be.
It doesn't have to be, but like this one in particular, it was higher end, right? And there are like, what's the one that's up out in British Columbia? What's that one called? There was one. Never mind. Whatever.
I don't know.
I think there was one I thought that was in BC or in Vancouver a while back.
There probably is.
Yeah, but anyway, those were all like there was a bunch of cars. There was Ferraris. There was SLRs. Or no, not SLRs. It was SLS Black Series, which was cool.
Oh.
Yeah.
Beautiful,
yeah. Anyways,
that's one Mercedes I'd actually want.
Yeah, that's one.
Not on my list, though.
Yeah, that one went up in value like crazy.
Oh, anything Black Series went up in value.
Yeah.
The new GT, the new AMG GTR Black Series is now officially the fastest car in the world.
What?
It's the number one on the Nürburgring Nordschleife.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I thought it was the fastest car in the world. I'm like, no way, dude.
That technically,
like
that's the proving grounds. That's the proving grounds. Dude, straight line, you can build a EK hatch turn it into all-wheel drive, and it'll dust anything. True. So, anyways.
So a bunch of cars get together, and they
go from city to city.
Yeah, and they have sponsors on their cars, and they just drive around from city to city. They stay there for the night, and then they just go around and come back in like 5, 6, 7, 10 days, whatever it is.
And you happen to be in the loudest car.
Yeah. No, actually, no. That's incorrect. So there was another RCF that was in the rally. Oh. He came from Miami, Tucker.
Was that is that a Rocky Bunny kid as well?
No. So his wasn't. Okay. He brought his RCF, and all it had was just red Vossens on it. With it did look really good. It was black with red, like matte red Vossens. But man, that thing, he put in headers on it, and that thing sounded like a race car when he downshifted. Yeah, I believe it. It sounded like a NASCAR. It sounded insane. So like everyone thought, Paul's car's the loudest, and I did too. I thought it was the loudest. There was Lamborghinis there. There was Aston Martin. There was,
Paul's car was still louder than those.
It was louder, yeah.
Wow,
because it was loud.
Because Astons are known to be loud.
Yeah, that was a loud car, like probably one of the loudest. But anyways, when everyone was talking, did you guys hear that RCF? And I'm like, yeah, Paul's. And they're like, no, the black one. And I'm like, no, I had no idea, right? And I started looking for it, found him, and then I heard it on the highway when we went and had some fun in Mexico. And it was so loud. It was so loud. It blew my mind. I actually didn't think that it was that loud. Wow. And you know, when even here, when Paul drives by you and you have your window open, it's like, oh God, Paul, like why are you doing that? Right?
Yeah.
This was worse. When he downshifts, it's worse, man. Like but better.
I'm curious to hear.
Yeah, he doesn't have any like good videos up.
It doesn't matter.
But it's phenomenal.
And then you did a stunt for the camera.
Yeah, so it wasn't a stunt, man. It was just it was more of like just a fun thing to do. So it was raining. It was raining hard.
But now you were holding onto the seatbelt.
Yeah, I had my seatbelt on.
And, it's still on. Okay.
And
it was totally safe.
Yeah, it was totally safe. Kids don't do this at home.
Yeah.
Anyways, so
I was 18.
Yeah. So we were going. I forget where we were going. I think we were actually going to New York. So essentially, what we were doing is we went from Toronto to Montreal, Montreal to New York City, New York City to Atlantic City, Atlantic City to Syracuse, Syracuse to Niagara Falls, and then Niagara Falls home.
Wow. So like a big loop.
Yeah, it was pretty cool. So when we were going from Montreal to New York, we there was kind of like a car show that I think we were trying to prepare for and make the cars look half decent. And then all of a sudden it started to rain. So I just so we had the guy next to us was Marlon. He was from Cars Without Limits. Okay. The Instagram page.
Yeah.
And he was in his GTR that he had it wrapped like Paul Walker's GTR in the R34.
Okay.
He had it wrapped just like that. So he was recording and I'm like, oh, whatever. I'll just, I'll wash I'll wipe his car down, right, while it's raining. So
because you have those photos of guys washing their cars as they're driving or cleaning their cars.
Yeah.
It was something along those lines.
Yeah. So I was just like, whatever. It was pretty cool. It was funny. And then he posted it on Cars Without Limits, which I was impressed with.
Wow.
But anyway, yeah. No, it was really cool. I recommend anybody who hasn't done one to do it because you just meet a lot of cool people.
Yeah, of
different
course.
people. Right?
You get connected.
Yeah, you get connected, and that's connections. And
well, that's why I wanted to ask you because I find that's so cool that even if if somebody's like listening to this, I only have I'm not saying I'm just gonna say a Tercel. I only have a Toyota Tercel. You can rent a car and still do this, which is so cool because I mean, obviously, as long as you're not being stupid about it, you have to be responsible and everything, right?
Yeah. But, and that it'll cost you money to rent a car for 6 days. It'll cost you a lot of money, but
it's cheaper than having insurance on a supercar.
Yeah, but
it's cheaper than the gas on the supercar.
That's true,
right? So
that's true. Well, even our friend Stefan, what he did was he rented a GT3 and went to California.
Every time, he just goes to Cali, I think 3 times a year, and he'll rent a GT3. I think last time he did was a C2S, which perfect car in my opinion.
Was it? Oh yeah, it was. Yeah.
And he just, destroys it. By destroying, I mean carving the canyon and whatnot. Yeah, drives it safely, and just returns it, right? Yeah, so and that's the thing. It's you don't take any of the wear and tearable items, any of the brake jobs, tires. You just drive it and enjoy it.
But that's the thing. You don't have to go to a rally. Like rally is more fun if. It's fun because there's a lot of other cars with you, right? Right. And you can after you're going from place to place and then you're stopping for food, you get to talk to people. You go to the gas station, you get to talk to people, and that's the whole fun thing.
Right.
But even if you're with your spouse, right, that it's a cool thing.
She's got to be somewhat into it though.
Yeah, she does. You're right.
She doesn't like loud cars.
She's not into it. She's not into it. Then
but you wouldn't be with her if she's not into it.
True. True.
Yeah.